There's a fine line between building your child's confidence and creating an entitled monster. Most parents fall on the wrong side without even knowing it. What I'm about to share could save your child years of struggle. Proverbs 22:6 says, "Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old he will not depart from it." But training isn't just about rules. It's about building an inner foundation so strong that your child doesn't need external validation to know their worth. The first key: praise effort, never just results. When you say you're so smart, you teach your child that intelligence is fixed. When you say you worked so hard on that, you teach them that growth comes from effort. This single shift changes everything. Stanford psychologist Carol Dweck proved this in a landmark study. Children praised for effort attempted harder challenges and showed more resilience. Children praised for talent avoided risks and crumbled at failure. The second key: let them struggle. Every time you rescue your child from a problem they could solve themselves, you send a silent message: I don't believe you can handle this. The parent who rushes to fix everything raises a child who can't fix anything. Proverbs 29:15 says, "A child left to himself brings shame to his mother." But there's a crucial difference between neglect and intentional space. Wise parents stay close enough to catch, but far enough to let their children learn to stand. The third key: give them real responsibility. Not fake tasks. Real ones. When a 7-year-old helps cook dinner, they learn that their contribution matters. When a 10-year-old manages a small budget, they learn that choices have consequences. The fourth key: model failure gracefully. Your children are watching you every single moment. When you fail and respond with honesty, humor, and determination, you teach them the most powerful lesson possible: failure is not the end. It's the beginning of learning. Too many parents perform perfection for their children. They hide their mistakes. They pretend to have all the answers. And their children grow up terrified of being imperfect, because they never saw imperfection handled with grace. The fifth key: set boundaries and enforce them consistently. Proverbs 13:24 says, "Whoever spares the rod hates their children, but the one who loves their children is careful to discipline them." Boundaries aren't punishment. They're the walls that make a home safe. Children who grow up without boundaries don't feel free. They feel anxious. A world without limits is terrifying to a child. When you say no and mean it, you give your child something precious: the feeling of being contained, protected, and guided. The sixth key: teach them to serve others. The most confident people in the world are not the ones focused on themselves. They're the ones who know their value because they see the impact they make on others. A child who serves learns that they matter. The seventh key: speak words of identity, not just correction. Most parents only speak when something's wrong. The wise parent speaks life into their child daily. You are brave. You are kind. You work hard. I'm proud of who you are. These words become the voice inside their head for the rest of their lives. Proverbs 18:21 says, "The tongue has the power of life and death." Every word you speak to your child either builds a fortress of confidence or plants a seed of doubt. Choose your words as carefully as you would choose medicine. Here's what spoiling actually is. It's not giving your child too much love. You cannot love a child too much. Spoiling is giving them everything they want while taking away everything they need: struggle, boundaries, responsibility, and the chance to earn their own confidence. The goal is not a happy child. The goal is a strong adult. If you parent for short-term comfort, you produce long-term weakness. If you parent for long-term character, you produce a human being who can handle anything life throws at them. If you're a parent fighting to get this right, know this: the fact that you're here, learning, searching for wisdom, that already makes you better than most. Keep going. Your children will thank you for it. Share this with a parent who needs encouragement today. Subscribe for more wisdom on raising children with character. I'll see you in the next one.